Good morning. Oh, wait. You guys are so quiet. I don't even need to blow this, but I will just for fun. Usually we had so much excitement every evening that I would have to blow that so that I could get your attention, but you're nice. You're all listening so nicely this morning. Welcome to Rocky Railway, where all week we've been discovering the power that comes from Jesus. My name is Dana, and I was the director this year, and we're going to start off our service with our theme song called Your Power Will Pull Us Through. So, kids, if you want to stand up, you can. And any adults out there that want to stand up and sing with us, you're welcome to do so as well.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. Make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you.
I want to welcome everyone here today, and thank you so much for coming to our Vacation Bible School program and our church service today. And I don't think there's any other announcements for the church that I know of, so I'll get right into the program. I'm going to start off by telling you that Vacation Bible School does not happen because of me. I am just a person. It happens because of God first and foremost, but It happens because our church has amazing people in it. We have an amazing group of people who have volunteered to give their time and their talents and their resources to make Vacation Bible School happen for our community. And I appreciate those people so much. And it takes a lot of people, probably over 40 people, to make it happen. And so I just want to give a little recognition to the staff that have been a part of Vacation Bible School this year. So, of course, there's myself, the director, the leader, but I also have a great assistant, Danielle Clayville. This is the first time I've had an assistant, and it's been very, very nice. She did all the things I don't like to do. So that was great. I appreciate Danielle so much. And then also Pastor Stephen Farr, who probably is not here yet, but he will probably get here. And he may be here as pastor, or he may be here as someone else, his alter ego. I'm not sure who's going to show up this morning. It'll be exciting. But he was our, well, I don't know. Do I want to give it away, kids? Did you guys figure it out? Pastor Farr was Cam Track. Did you know that? Did you? Oh, okay. I don't know if he wanted me to give his secret away, but since he's not here, I'll tell you, it really was Pastor Farr, just in case you were wondering. And also, I tell you what, if I didn't have the songs, I don't know, I guess Vacation Bible School would be like 15 minutes and then go home. Because we really rely on the songs, and we really, really rely on the PA and the audio visual. We have videos that we show. And so if we didn't have our PA, Devin Freer and Mark Holcord, Vacation Bible School would not happen. So I really appreciate them. And we also need the people that keep track of things. It's important to keep track of things. It's important to have someone to tell you where you need to go when you get here, because you walk through the door and you're like, I'm here. So we need registration people. So we need someone to welcome the kids in every evening and to tell them you're in pink or you're in purple or you're in green, and let them know where they are. So it's nice to have a friendly face. It's nice to have someone to hand out our little buddies to all of our kids and make sure that everything is running smoothly with all the paperwork. And that is the registration people. And that was Rhonda Iverson and Barbara McQuinn. And we met a new friend, Myra, I believe, Myra Johnson. And it was nice to meet her, and she helped out every night. And Shara Alford came and helped every night too. And I appreciate their help with registration. And we're going to find out a little later about our backpack outreach program, but we need someone. If you turn around and look, we needed someone every night to count the money that the kids brought in for the backpack program, and to tape all of those backpacks on the wall that go all the way across. And so that was Sergio Lopez and Juan Lopez, and Kenny helped. And then Sergio and Juan got sick. And so my husband and my son, Steve and Joe Martin, they helped with that on Friday as well. So thank you so much for the people that help with backpacks. And then we always have to have some reliable nurses here to help us with any injuries that we have. And unfortunately, there was a little bit of blood, but nothing major. But it's so nice to have nurses on hand. So Fia Jensen and Shara Alford were both our nurses and helped out with that. So I appreciate that so much. And you are going to see us, every night we got to see the kids and what they've done. They put on a little spotlight presentation, reacted out the story with through pictures, and that was on a PowerPoint presentation. And I know nothing about technology, so I am so glad that I have Faith Carruthers, and she was mentored by Sandra Hendrickson, and then Danielle and Amanda Sauer. They took pictures all week long, and we're going to have a PowerPoint presentation later on. That was done by those ladies. So thank you so much for our Spotlight VBS people. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about how Vacation Bible School works. If you don't know, if you've never been a part of it, the kids come every night, and they come and sit here in these first 4 rows, and they're divided into 8 crews, and we have crew leaders, and they have different colors, and they're divided usually by ages. We got the littles down here in the front, and they go back all the way back to orange, who are the oldest kids. And so this year, our pink crew, which are the kindergartners, or the 5-year-olds, the youngest ones, their leader was Marcy McMurphy, and her assistant was Sean. And I want you to pay attention to Sean when he sings, because he is fun to watch when he sings the songs. Yes, it's fun to watch Sean sing the songs. He gets into it. I like it. And now Sean's going to be paranoid, like, I don't know what I'm going to say. Sean is fun to watch when he sings. So, and then the next oldest group is purple. And their leader was Becky Caswell, and her helpers were Hannah Caswell and Allie Sauer. And then Amanda Pinched Hit, is that how you say it? For on Monday, so thank you for that, Amanda Sauer, as well. Green crew was led by Jamie Freer, and her helpers were Natalie Freer and Kaisa Lutz. We had some guests from, I think they're from the country of Georgia, or something like that. That's exciting. We had people from the country of Georgia come and help with our Vacation Bible School. They just came back from. They had been living there, so they're not from there anymore. But that's where they had been living. So we're glad to have their help. And then we also had Shauna Iverson and Sabrina Siegel help with that group on Friday as well. So thank you to them. Thank you to the people who are willing to come in last minute. It's just amazing to me to see how God just works it out. Well, I'm not going to be gone, but then, I'll help, and that's just so wonderful. And for yellow, we had Fia Jensen was the leader, and her helpers were Luke Clayville and Andrew Lutz. Is it Lutz, right? All right, so he's Kaisa's brother. So thank you so much for your help. Blue, the leader was Elizabeth Cook, who got sick, so the leader became Jenna, her assistant, and then Kenny stepped in to help Jenna with Blue Crew at the last minute. So thank you, Kenny, for that. Red, the leader was Lisa Arroyo, and her helper was Rebecca Colcord. White leader was Erin Barch, and her helper was Owen Easley. And then for orange, Colette Coiner, who always has been orange for as long as I can remember. And her helper was Grace, but Colette couldn't be here for the last half of the week. So Grace had those wild 12-year-olds all to herself, but she handled it well. So were you wild? No. See, they're good kids. They're by the time you're 12, you've been in Vacation Bible School so long, you don't even need a crew leader almost, right? So thank you so much for Colette and Grace. And so they would start up here in our beginning program. We would sing songs and do a skit, which I'll tell you about a little later. And then we would go to our stations. And so we have 4 stations. They'd spend about 15 minutes in each station, and they had about 2 minutes to go between the stations. And so the station leaders, they would either go to games, which is outside, and the leader there was Pastor Stephen Farr, and his helpers were Craig Kellogg, Coda Brown, and Hiram Coiner. And I just want to give a big shout out to Craig Kellogg, who was the mature, responsible adult in games. When it came yesterday, I was thankful we had Craig there. Let me just say, he turned off the water, and yes, it got pretty wet. And he kept people from going out in the street. So we love Pastor Stephen Farr, but he's a big kid sometimes. And our next station was Bible Adventures, and that was led by Jonathan Martin and Micah Kellogg. And they would learn a Bible story every day in that room. And the next station was the Choo Choo Snacks and the Kid Vid Cinema, and that was led by Liz Griffin. And her helpers were Sarah Kellogg and Paige Coiner. And when Paige had to be gone, we had to rhyme with Paige, so we had somebody named Sage come in and help with that on Friday as well. Sage Jensen helped there. Imagination Station was led by Martha Dutterer. That's where they do the crafts. And her helpers were Judy Bigler, Eileen Purcell, Susie Woolert, Shirley Bruner, and Aubrey Farr. So thank you so much for the staff. And I also want to mention that we had a fantastic decorating crew this year, and that was amazing. There was a group of people that came every day the week before Vacation Bible School, and I'm amazed at the talents that people have. Jamie painted this train. Shauna made the train out there in the front. Mr. Olson made the water tower downstairs, if you want to go look in the fireside room at that. And Eileen Purcell has everything under the sun in her house. I don't know. If you need something, Eileen has it. You don't need to go to Walmart. Just go to Eileen's house because she has whatever you need. And so that was amazing. You should go downstairs and check out the fireside room because most of the stuff that's in there is Eileen's. So thank you so much for all the helpers for Vacation Bible School. Now I want to talk about our backpack program. So every year for the last, I think it's been 8 or 9 years, Vacation Bible School has done an outreach. We want to give back to the community. And so we don't charge the kids to come to Vacation Bible School. I know some churches do. Our church sponsors Vacation Bible School through our church budget. So we don't ask the kids to pay, but we do want them to have the opportunity to give back to the community. And so we have partnered with Capco and Altrusa for the Children's Backpack Program. And so let me tell you a little bit about it. I'll just read it to you because they word it so well. In Pendleton, over 195 students in kindergarten through high school are food insecure. This means that they don't always know when they will eat their next meal. Many of these children eat breakfast and lunch at school, and that's all the food they have for that day. So when the weekend comes, they are often left without anything to eat. The Children's Backpack Program provides a weekly backpack filled with nutritious, age-appropriate food, such as Pop-Top canned fruit, granola bars, instant oatmeal, peanut butter, jelly, crackers, fresh fruit, and canned meats. And it's purchased for the backpacks. And the backpacks cost about $6 to fill. So we have chosen each year at Vacation Bible School to help fill backpacks for the children of Pendleton. So they would bring their money every night, and since it costs $6 to fill a backpack, every backpack that's on the wall represents $6. That's one full backpack. And it becomes quite a competition, and then there's controversy and scandal, and but it's fun. And so I'll just tell you that last night our total was $1,466 that came in this week for backpacks, but as of this morning, that went up by $600 thanks to Orange Crew. And so our final total was $2,066. So we were able to fill 344 backpacks for the children of Pendleton. All right, so our church also takes an offering, and this week our offering goes for church budget, which is, in a sense, also Vacation Bible School, because Vacation Bible School, as I said before, is a part of church budget, as is heat, power, everything else that makes this church run. So we have, I think, a box here and a box in the back where you can put offering for our church budget. If it's loose offering, it will go to church budget, our church's budget, which a percentage of that will go to Vacation Bible School. If you want money to go directly to Vacation Bible School itself, there are tithe envelopes or envelopes either on the boxes or in your pews that you can put money in and just write on it, VBS. That means Vacation Bible School, and that money in that envelope will go directly to Vacation Bible School. If you want to help the backpack program, you can put money in an envelope and write on it backpacks, and that will go to help the backpack program. So if you feel like you want to do that, you're welcome to do that, and that would be appreciated. We also, excuse me, Cam Trex here. He made it. Oh, we were wondering who was going to show up. It was Cam. Cam showed up. Welcome, Cam. So, thank you, Cam. That's right. All right, we also have a school that our church supports, and I apologize. Last night I said the wrong name. Sorry. And I will probably continue to say the wrong name because I've lived here for 30 years, and it will always be Harris Junior Academy to me. But our school, Pendleton Christian School, has a Worthy Student Fund. And every week at church, our kids go around and collect money, and they put in a schoolhouse, which is right here. All right. It's good to have our people right here helping us out. Thank you, Glenn. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about Harris Junior Academy before the kids come and collect the money for Harris Junior Academy and we sing our song. Harris Junior Academy is for grades kindergarten through 8th grade. It's Christian education. If you're interested in Christian education for your children, check out Pendleton Christian School. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's Pendleton Christian School, but I will say Harris Junior Academy, all right? Just kind of like some people say Pastor Farr or Cam Track. It just gets confusing sometimes. All right, so their registration for Pendleton Christian School is August 12th from 12 to 7 p.m. So if you're interested in registering or finding out about Pendleton Christian School, that is going to be so hard, then you can check that out. So it's now time for the Lamb's offering for Pendleton Christian School, Pendleton Christian School, Pendleton Christian School. If I say it enough times, maybe it'll get in there. And so if you kids want to go around and collect money from the people in the audience for Pendleton Christian School and put it in the schoolhouse, there you can. And while we do that, we're going to sing Power Shuffle.
Feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken hard, it's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
That, as you can tell, is one of the favorite songs. All right, so instead of the children's story today, we are going to watch our Spotlight Vacation Bible School. It's our slideshow presentation. So let's see what we've been doing this week.
Get ready to sing!
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, hearts for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. Make us one, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you, we're trusting in you.
Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
So every evening at Rocky Railway, we would start here, like I said, at Sing and Play Express, where we learn lots of new songs and about Jesus' awesome power. So we're going to sing 3 of those songs with you now, and we're going to share some other songs with you later in the program. So if you want to stand up and sing with us, you can. And then after our last song, we can trust him. Cam Track, who learned from our friends at Vacation Bible School about Jesus and how to pray to Jesus, is going to have our opening prayer for us after the 3rd song. All right.
Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. There's a spirit I cannot contain. There's a spirit I cannot contain. The same power that raised Jesus up from the grave. The same spirit I cannot contain. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Breath upon these bones, your fire in my soul. Your kingdom is my home, and I don't walk alone. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. The word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. The word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. The word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. The word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. We can trust Him, we can trust Him.
Now, I just have one complaint about this bulletin today. Now, we just love the church secretary around here, but next to Cam Track, it says Pastor Farr. Now, why are you guys trying to tell me I'm Pastor Farr all week? I'm Cam Track. Now, I do have to tell you, Pastor Farr is kind of like a twin brother to me. Yeah, just a little bit like that, but not quite. But anyway, I'm so happy that he taught me to pray. And last night when we were here and we learned that Jesus' power helps us to be good friends, you guys prayed for me too, and that touched me all the way down into the middle of my little cold heart, and it set on fire for Jesus too. So this morning I'm going to say the prayer as Cam Track for all of you here in the congregation. It's my first time, so please don't judge me. I'm a little scared because the first time you get up front, your knees start knocking together and things like that, because I drive trains. I'm an engineer, not a pastor, so just bear with me as I say the prayer. Thank you very much. Here we go. Are we ready to close our eyes and fold our hands and talk to Jesus? Here we go. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for vacation. Dana invited me to come here to the Pendleton Church to share with everyone the things I know about trains. And as a result, I got to get to know about you. And the children taught me to pray and have fun too. Oh, man, we made so many good friends, and we just want to thank you for that, Jesus, because you're always keeping it simple, and you're keeping it about relationships with others, and that's just wonderful. Thank you for teaching us to love you, for loving us, and giving us the power to love others. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right. Thank you, Cam. All right. So this week at Rocky Railway, we have learned that steam has a lot of power to be able to pull big trains up steep mountains. We've also learned that Jesus has even more power. He has enough power to make those mountains. And every evening, we would meet a new Bible memory buddy. And those buddies are animals that you would find in the Rocky Mountains. So, and we would watch a video each evening about each of our buddies and learn some interesting facts about them. And each evening, the kids got to take home a little buddy. Did anybody bring their buddies today? There's a little buddy that they got to take home every evening. And the Bible memory buddies help us remember our Bible point each evening. And on Monday, our Bible memory buddy was Ramsey. Ramsey. He is a bighorn sheep. So Ramsey's up there, if you can see him. And is that yours? Make sure that's yours. Okay. He is custom made to travel up steep mountains. And traveling up steep mountains is hard to do. So Ramsey helped us remember. What did he help us remember, Cam?
He helped us remember that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things.
Trust Jesus. And each evening, we also learned a Bible memory verse. And on Monday, our verse was, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." And Christ is another name for Jesus. And we've been learning about Jesus' power, and that's found in Philippians 4:13. And like I said before, each evening the kids would go down and learn a Bible story. And so on Monday they learned about Ananias, who was afraid to help heal Saul from his blindness because Saul had been persecuting the Christians. And he was scared, but he got over his fear and prayed for Saul, and Saul healed him from his blindness, and Ananias baptized Saul. So Saul had to do hard things, didn't he?
That's right. And, you just helped me to realize something, Dana. When we pray, then God gives us his power so we can do good things for other people, too.
That's right.
But I'll never forget how I thought it was going to be so easy to move all of the rocks off the railroad track. You see, we had a big landslide, and the rocks came on tumbling down and wrecked the track. Oh, man, it was a big mess. And I thought I was strong enough all on my own to lift the rocks, and when I tried, I fell down and hurt myself. My.
It was hard.
But we learned that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things.
That's right. Trust Jesus.
So I reached out to all of my friends, and we moved the rocks off the tracks. Man,
Yeah.
It was an eventful day one at VBS.
It was. And I want to give opportunity for, who is it? The pink and purple crew. If you want to come up here and stand up here so your moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas can see you, and you can stand right up here on the stage, and we're going to sing our song. We're going to sing Power in the Blood. And so the rest of the crew, if you guys can stay in your seats so that they can see the pink and purple, but we need to help them sing and help them know the motions because they can't see the words, okay? So here's pink and purple.
Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you
Thank you, pink and purple. So that was Monday. Tuesday, our Bible point was Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. And we met Ava. Ava is a red-tailed hawk who helps us remember that hope makes our hearts soar spectacularly, just like hawks soar through the air. And our Bible verse was, so there she is. There's Ava. Thank you, Cam. Our Bible verse was, so be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord. Good job. Thank you. You learned your Bible verse. And that's found in Psalm 31:24. And in Bible Adventures, the kids took a trip on a ship with the prisoner Paul, who used to be named Saul, the one who got healed from blindness, and they put their hope in the Lord, and God saved them from a shipwreck.
Oh,
And
Dana,
then
we had a big wreck too.
You did have a wreck.
We had a huge wreck. Those boulders that fell on the track, well, we thought we had it all resolved when I got all of my friends down at the train yard to help me move those boulders off the track. But as all of you know, I was so discouraged.
Yes, you were.
Because when we moved the boulders off the track, we discovered the tracks were ruined and we couldn't drive the train across them.
What were you hauling in your train?
Well, we were hauling some very exciting cargo. Even all of our VBSers were pretty excited about our giant trainload of M&Ms.
Yes.
Yes. Well, because the tracks were ruined, we couldn't deliver our M&Ms. But you know what? I discovered that Jesus' power gives us hope. Friends, so when you get discouraged, now we know what to do.
Right. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
There's a
isn't
light
there?
at the end of the tunnel. I used to not like driving through tunnels. I have to admit this, even though I'm an engineer, when I drive through tunnels or I go over really big hills, I get scared.
But Jesus' power gives us hope.
But Jesus' power gives us hope.
That's right. Yes. And now, who's next? I don't have my bulletin up here. Is it yellow and green? No. This is our song about hope. So this is all of the kids, and we're all going to sing it together because there's a part in this song where if you're on this side of the church, you're going to sing with the people on that side of the screen, and if you're on this side of the church, you're going to sing with that side of the screen. So we're going to sing in hope. What is it called? In You Alone. In You Alone.
God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone.
That's such a beautiful song. I love that song. All right, so that was Tuesday. On Wednesday, our Bible buddy was Sierra. Sierra is a mountain lion, and mountain lions need to be bold. And Sierra helped us remember our Bible point, which was Jesus' power helps us be bold. And our Bible verse says he gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. I love that you know that verse. Isaiah 40:29. And on Wednesday, in Bible Adventures, we heard about Peter and John, who healed a lame man and then went into the temple and started preaching about Jesus. And that took courage and boldness.
That did take a lot of courage. And one of the things I hate most, Data, is when I have to drive my train up over a steep mountain, because not only do you got to get enough coal in there to get the thing to go up the hill, but then it's terrifying coming down the hill. We had to put that train in full reverse. And then we was sliding. You can see sparks coming out of the tracks because you don't want to get too fast, because at the bottom of that hill there's a big winding bend. And if you hit that thing too fast, you can come right off the track. It was terrifying, but you know what?
Jesus' power helps you be bold.
That's right. Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Oh, you guys are the best locomotive engineers I ever did see on the railroad all my livelong days.
That's right. And we learned a song about being bold, and it is called Lions. And so I want to give green and yellow the opportunity to come up here and sing Lions, and everyone else stay in your seats and help them with the motions and the words, okay? Green and yellow.
Let's go green and yellow.
Today we live, today we breathe, today we know that we are strong when we are weak. Today we trust, we overcome, take every chain that kept us slaves and throw them off. We're not waiting for permission, we defy our inhibition, like our middle name is fearless, unafraid. If we're gonna fly, we fly like eagles, arms out wide. If we're gonna fear, we fear no evil. We will rise, by your power we will go, by your spirit we are bold. If we're gonna stand, we stand as giants. If we're gonna walk, we walk as lions. Today we live, today we breathe, today we know that we are strong when we are weak. Today we trust, we overcome, take every chain that kept us slaves and throw them off. We're not waiting for permission, we defy our inhibition, like our middle name is fearless, unafraid. If we're gonna fly, we fly like eagles, arms out wide. If we're gonna fear, we fear no evil. We will rise, by your power we will go, by your spirit we are bold. If we're gonna stand, we stand as giants. If we're gonna walk, we walk as lions.
It was awesome! Woo! Thank you, yellow and green. right, that was Wednesday. So on Thursday, our PowerPoint was Jesus' power lets us live forever. We met Finn, who is a rainbow trout. And trouts always return home to lay their eggs. And so Finn helps us remember that Jesus has a home for us in heaven with him. That's awesome. And our Bible point, or our Bible text, was the Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. Romans 8:11. And in Bible Adventures, they learned about Jesus' death and resurrection, and that because Jesus died on the cross, we can live forever with him in heaven. And Cam was finally able to deliver his M&Ms down the mountain. Isn't that great?
M&Ms, and everybody was so happy, and all of the children cheered.
Yay!
Kind of like that. Oh, man, it was so fun. But then I got a wise idea. And you know how it goes sometimes in this life. We get really wise ideas that maybe aren't as wise as we thought they were. You know what I did? I decided I wanted to come back to the train station really fast so I could tell all of you the good news. So guess how we tried to get here really fast?
How?
Well, I told the firemen in the steam engine to start shoveling coal as fast as they could. So we were just a lot like this. I said, if we put a whole bunch of coal in the steam engine, we can make it go really fast. I started shoveling. And then we started going fast. I got really excited. I thought we was going to be here in no time flat. So I said, maybe we should all shovel coal as fast as we can. And guess what happened?
You got here really fast.
No, we didn't get here really fast. We ran out of coal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then slowly but surely, we thought we had just enough coal in the boiler to get us here, but we didn't get here at all. We got stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and that's when, well, you know it. Remind me, what did we learn? I can't remember.
Well, we learned that everything comes to an end. Coal runs out, and sometimes even our life ends.
Oh, that's not the most inspiring message that you ever did give us, is it?
But our Bible point says that Jesus' power lets us live forever.
That's right. We discovered that Jesus' power helps us live forever. Oh, man, that is the best news I ever did hear. Sometimes the end of this life is good news because we know we got a better life a-coming.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much, Dana.
Yes, and we learned that the way we get to live forever in heaven is because Jesus died on the cross for us. And so I'm going to invite Blue and Red to come up and sing Old Rugged Cross.
On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. And I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. And I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.
Thank you, Red and Blue. I love that song. All right. So we're on Friday. Yesterday, we met, and maybe this will get a little bit more reaction out of this audience than it did last night. We met Lawrence Elk. All right. See,
Oh,
they
Dana,
get it.
this is my favorite one of all. Lawrence Elk is quite the elk indeed.
They did not get that last night, did they?
No, I don't think they did, but it
they
doesn't
did,
matter.
They got it back there.
Yeah, somebody got it. I don't know
You'll
who got
have
it.
to ask your grandparents. Probably your parents probably don't even know what Lawrence Elk.
Well,
But
Cam Track has a grandmother that used to tell me all about Lawrence Elk.
he was our Bible buddy for Friday. Elk live in herds, and that need to stick together, just like friends need to stick together. So Lawrence Elk helps us remember our Bible point, which was Jesus' power helps us be good friends. And our Bible verse was, love each other in the same way I have loved you. And that was Jesus that said that. Jesus loves us, and we need to love each other. And in Bible Adventures, they learned about the early church and how it takes people working together and being friends in order to help tell other people about Jesus. So, what did you do yesterday, Cam?
Oh, man, yesterday was a rough day. You see, we got this new employee down at the train yard, and you know, how many of you have ever had a new employee on your job before? Yeah. Well, here's the thing about this employee. This employee didn't do anything at work except for talk. He was
I
like,
don't know.
he was
I
like,
don't know anybody like that at all.
you don't know anybody like that?
No, I don't know anybody who talks.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Oh,
You're
wait a
talking
minute.
about that twin brother of mine, Pastor Farr, who talks a lot, aren't you? I'm going to tell him you said
he
that.
does talk a lot.
Okay, well, anyway, this guy was like, hey, Cam, what's your favorite color? And I was like, purple. And then he's like, hey, Cam, how old are you? And when I told him my age, he was like, oh, well, were you born around the time the steam engine was invented? And then he just to keep it blah, 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 blah all day long. It was just, I was almost ready to lose my engineer brain.
Sounds pretty annoying. Was he annoying?
It was so annoying.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now him and I are friends.
Good.
Can you believe it?
I'm glad. Is it because we prayed with you?
Well, when you told me that Jesus' power can help us to become good friends,
Trust Jesus.
so I decided to give it a try, but not before we prayed. Remember what I told you last night, Dana?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember. I was standing here, and she said, now, how about you go back down to that job, and you just try to be nice to that feller?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, oh, man, Dana, I can't do it. And then you reminded me once again, but Jesus' power lets us be good friends.
Trust Jesus.
Now, when you told me that, I was like, well, how does Jesus' power work? And you said, well, I'll tell you what, you head on down there and we'll say a prayer for you.
And we did.
Yeah, but then I didn't head on down there, remember?
What
No, I didn't head on down there. I said, Danny, you better pray for me right now, because
Yeah.
if you don't pray for me right now before I go back to that train yard, I think I'm going to grab that new employee by the...
So do you think, Cam, do you think if people ask us to pray for them, should we just say, well, okay, I'll pray for you, and then just walk away? Or do you think we should pray for him right then? Did that help that I
think
prayed
we
for
should
you
pray
right
for
then?
him right then. And you know what? When you said you'd pray for me, all of the children here at VBS all said in unison like a choir, we're all going to help pray for you too.
Yeah.
My heart of coal melted and turned on fire for Jesus in that
That's
moment.
great. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're my friend, Cam.
Oh, I'm glad you're my friend too.
Yes.
I'm sorry that I had such a bad temper yesterday. But thank
think
you for
it's good.
praying for me.
Yes, and you are in a good mood today, and I'm glad
I'm in
you
a
joined
really
us.
good mood, because after I went down back to the train yard and we had to go on a little trip before the Sabbath, but we got back to the train yard before the sun went down. Don't worry.
Good. I
Because my
wasn't
new
worried.
friend was telling me all about the Sabbath and how we needed to go to church the next
Yeah?
day. And one of the little VBSers came up to me and said, Cam, we've never seen you in church before. And I said, I know. And a new friend called Jesus, and anyway, my twin brother, Pastor Farr, he's really happy, but he's out on the road today.
I wonder if you're ever going to be able to be here when Pastor Farr's here.
I don't know. I'm just happy I could be here this week. It's pretty rough working on the railroad, you know. We have a lot of long hours.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here, and we're going to sing one more song, and White and Orange, you can come up and help us sing The Same Power.
Same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when He speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. We have hope that His promises are true in His strength. There is nothing we can't do, yes we know. There are greater things in store. We will not be overtaken, we will not be overcome. Same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. Same power that moves mountains when He speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. Same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. Same power that moves mountains when He speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us.
Thank you, Orange and White. And I want you to know that we had our, I think, 66 kids going to Vacation Bible School this last week. And not all of them were here tonight, but I have to say this is the first closing program where the biggest representation up on the stage was actually orange and white. So that is awesome. Thank you so much. And did you have something else you wanted to say?
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me to come on down to your church and spend a week with all of you. I had the time of my engineer life.
We had fun with you too, Cam. And it was
Remember
so
that
nice
joke
to
you
meet
told me yesterday?
Which one?
What do you call a train that has a whole cart full of bubble gum? A choo-choo train.
I think that was your new friend that told you that.
That was my new friend that told me that joke. I kind of like it now that we're friends.
I just had corny puns. Is all, you know.
You had a lot of corny puns.
Yeah, I did.
You said your train didn't get very far, did it, when you ran out of coal? Get it?
right.
Pastor Farr didn't get very far. Oh, man.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming today, Cam, and I want to thank all of the parents and grandparents for coming today to our program.
Oh, we just want to thank all of you for coming out and supporting all these kids. We had just such a good we had a train whistle of a good time.
And guess what? There is going to be a reception afterwards. So I think
Is there going to be snacks at that reception?
there is going to be snacks
I
at
can't
that
wait.
reception.
I think I got to go.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm going to say a prayer, and I want to thank all of you for coming today, and you are invited to our reception out in the lobby afterwards, and let's just bow our heads. Dear Father in heaven, thank you so much for the privilege to be able to be the director of your Vacation Bible School. I had so much fun on the Rocky Railway with these kids this week and with the staff and with Cam, and I love to learning about your power, that you can help us do hard things, that you can help us be bold, that you give us hope, that you let us live forever, and that we can be good, and that you help us be good friends. And we want to be friends with you forever, Jesus. So help us as we go from here and go to the snacks and go into our lives, go into the summer, go into school, that we keep you in our heart forever. In your name we pray. Amen.